Well, it is trip day today, so we're going on a trip. We'll just check everything before we go. I'm not even gonna set up these printers to do their thing. That guy's going good. Got an octopus there. Small dolphin. Big dolphin. David. This guy's gonna need another roll. It's not quite enough. Last alien hand. Just about fell through the floor there. Big alien head. Coffee cup. And that D20 with Rush Production is gloriously finished. Oh yeah. Once we put another roll on that one that needs another roll, hitting the road. Yup. Messaged the guy and we are still on. I always make sure they give me their address, because you're just not going to give out your address unless you're serious, typically speaking. He sent me a link to Cash App. I'm like, dude, I'm bringing cash, okay? This is going to be a good little trip. A little over 2.5 hours, something like that. And I've got the music. But YouTube keeps flagging whenever I actually play music, especially in the car. So if it's not the crappy radio stuff, I'm not even going to put it in. I'm not gonna mess up my monetization. Old school hip hop. Listening to Bust a Move the other night, or the other day rather, kind of got me in the mood. Too bad you guys can't hear this. Maybe just a second.
Alright, that's all you can pull for.
Thank you. Gotta start off with one of these. About to bust a move into this coffee. Got that cachet. About an hour into it, just getting some gas. It's actually a line. I'm stuck behind some idiots. Man, these guys are taking forever. So that took like 20 minutes, and now my car is dead because I had the headlights on. So that's an adventure. Okay, I found a random guy with jumper cable. Okay, they're trying to jump it, but it looks like I might have to get towed. So unbelievably, that actually worked. It took a long time to charge. I'm just gonna have to tell this person that I'm gonna be about a half hour late. Hopefully that's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure that I need a new battery. That incident a few episodes ago at the thrift store where the horn just started going off by itself, it's kind of indicative possibly of a bad battery, and this kind of confirms it. Whew. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a dead battery. I happen to be able to coast into this rest stop though. Kind of scenic. I think I could get to this AutoZone that's 12 miles away if somebody else gave me another jump, because I think the negative terminal came loose, and I think that's why it shut off, so I would just tighten that up. But I think I'm gonna give it maybe 20 minutes, see if anybody stops to help me to do that, and if that doesn't happen, I'm just gonna get towed. Some biker guy stopped to look at me, but it doesn't look like he's helping, which is fine. I'm not obligated. Man, I almost don't want to get towed. I think I like it here. When do you suppose this rest stop was built? I mean, probably a real good while ago. Kind of feel like I like it here. We should do this more often. Wonder if the people who live in these little houses ever just come out and hang here. Probably. It's funny, I started this video off with gangster rap. I don't feel so gangster now. Save taxes, use litter barrel. Oh, that's not gonna make a difference. What this place needs is like a guy selling hot dogs. Just right there. Hot dog cart. Maybe like the old sausage and peppers and onions. I knew a guy in Charlotte that did that for a living, and his stuff was really good. I'm almost kind of serious. Like, I almost just don't want to go back. Out here, there's no printers. There's no filament. There's no customers. There's just tree. Only tree. Only friend is tree. Tree exclusively. Well, there's some guy in a Jeep, but he kind of turned around. Yeah, ain't what it used to be. I remember about 13, 14 years ago, one time in Indiana, I slid into a ditch because there's snow there sometimes. In fact, a decent amount of the time. And like 5 people stopped to help me. It's no big deal. People aren't obligated to help me or anything, so whatever. Oh, that was very relaxing though. I did enjoy that, but I guess I'm gonna look up a tow truck. Luckily, I've got a bunch of cash on me, so even if they're cash only, it should be fine. I called up a wrecker and they are coming. It's gonna be 125 bucks, which seems high to me. I was gonna call around, but the last time I got towed was like years ago, probably at least 8 years ago. So that's probably reasonable now with all the inflation. This little misadventure is gonna cost me almost as much as I was gonna spend on a printer, except I don't get a printer at the end. It's fine though. One thing I am saving is time, because it was gonna take me almost 3 hours to get there. And I was probably gonna spend a little bit of time there and then another 3 hours. And after I get this battery, I'm just heading home. So I'm at least getting a little bit more productive time, which I am grateful for. Holy crap, my car just randomly started. I guess we'll drive to AutoZone. Amazingly, that worked. Kind of glad I could cancel that tow. Man, it's highway robbery nowadays. Let's hope it's a battery. Could be an alternator. Hopefully I would be able to install it myself. If it's underneath the engine, there's no way I'm doing that. Let's just say I'm getting in the zone. Okay, so some guy just recognized me here in Henderson, Texas. He's like, are you the guy with the 3D printing company? Apparently these videos are going to more people than I thought. Both the battery and the alternator are good to go. Turns out it's literally just one of the terminals. Apparently it came loose, which is weird because I just jumped it and I would have thought I would notice. But, well, I had to get a new terminal for a couple bucks, which this is not gonna be hard to replace the other one, but I think we're basically fine. He tested everything relevant, and it really was just that thing disconnecting. Today was going to be a Garrison, Texas adventure that involved getting a 3D printer, but now it's just a Henderson, Texas adventure. But I think there's some restaurants around here and I'm really hungry, so maybe we'll get a little something something. I've been waiting a long time. Whoa, strange goodwill. The guy tested that the battery is charged and functional and the alternator is functional, so there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to shut this off. Famous last words. Check that out. Must be a fake Rothko. If it was real, it'd be worth $500,000. Pretty much all country. What do you guys think? Really sad that's not my size. Only 15 bucks. All right, let's go home. Actually, let's go get a bite. There's this interesting place I passed, but I just looked and it's closed. I think we're just gonna go to this Chinese place. Wait a second. Hushpuppies? That sounds interesting. All right, change of plans. Yeah. That looks like a nice little hole in the wall. Man, this place looks legit. Yeah. This place is giving me all the right vibes. I mean, look at this. This has to be fire. Cheese grits. So good. Look at that. Look at that. All you can eat. Super good. Oh, man, that was pretty good. Today was a strange day, considering yesterday as well. In both cases, there was a crisis, but then like the crisis kind of didn't happen. I was thinking the tow and a new battery today was going to cost me at least probably almost $300, but ended up costing me nothing. Granted, I still have the opportunity cost of not getting the printer and having to drive and stuff, but this was kind of fun. Maybe God's trying to tell me something. 2 crises that ended up not being crises in a row. Today was actually a pretty good day when you think about it. I just got to go on a little drive, little sunset drive right now. I'll probably listen to some music. I just ate a whole bunch of really good catfish and went to a Goodwill and found nothing, which I guess would be the fly in that ointment. Overall, really not a bad day. And plus, I'm getting back to the shop a little earlier than I was planning on it, so we can get some work done. Look at that. A nice, beautiful day and a nice, beautiful drive. Scenic, small town, Texas. Well, we're back. A little bit of a weird day. Yep, weird day. But we didn't lose money, or we lost a little bit of money on gas and a few bucks for a terminal for the battery. But not a lot of money. So that's nice. We got time to make a little filament, package a couple things, and it is all good. Motor still working normally. I think it really was a fluke. We've got some time, so we're gonna clean up a couple things. This Beethoven is ready to fly out the door. Here we have the D20 for that person's wedding, that couple's wedding, let's say. Came out just about perfect. We gotta take the little support things off. This helps maximize the, what would you say, the surface area, so it doesn't slip off because it's got such a small base. But yeah, this ought to turn out pretty good. Sharky boy. 2 rock fists. So when my card broke down, I actually got a 1-star review. I didn't say anything because it felt like I was already complaining too much, and it was kind of insult to injury. I didn't want to dwell on it anymore. But I just got them to change it, and they actually changed it to a 5-star. I worked it out. It was really kind of just a misunderstanding. But yeah, that feels good. Basically everything that happened bad today kind of worked out okay. We're doing a couple of the large things tonight. This is the pipe waste basket. We're gonna peel all this off. I just want to get some of these things done tonight so we can just go straight to clients tomorrow. Man, every time I make one of these, it's just like, dang, this is cool looking. Look at that. Look at that thing. How am I not making and shipping like 10 of these a day? This is the coolest. When I was a kid and I had a Nintendo, which is in no way associated with this object whatsoever, I would have loved one of these. Yeah, let's get a little jump on the packaging game. Y'all remember these two? I reveal. Bam! Silver boy, silver boy. Last thing. Gotta paint this alien. It's going green, but we gotta tape off the eyes. Ta-da! And the hands. Gotta take the brims off. A couple stringies, but they came out pretty good. Oh man. Really left it out on the field today. Ugh. What a day. Honestly, of all the things I could be reflecting on right now, I'm just kind of wishing I was at that restaurant getting more of that fried fish. Pretty sure that tartar sauce they had on the tables was like homemade. I mean, it was very good. So today's episode was a little bit of a weird one. The thing that was going to be the centerpiece of the episode, getting a new printer, didn't happen at all. Instead, a crisis happened that kind of ended up not being a crisis. I haven't actually replaced the terminal on the battery yet because I didn't really need to. He got it so that it was like snug on there, but it's not like a permanent thing. It's not worth explaining. It's probably going to be a thing I do tomorrow. It's going to be real easy. You just cut the wire and then put the terminal on there. It's kind of not that different than a lot of the stuff I do around here. But yeah, I guess I'm grateful to take a little leisure trip today. It was actually just kind of a nice day out. Just a good temperature, got to see the sunset, eat some fried fish with like 4 sides for some reason. Okay, not to go on and on, but the breading was really light. It was like the best tasting breading, but it was lighter than normal. And just kind of almost flaky or something. I don't know. It was actually rather striking. Like probably the next time I drive through Henderson, Texas, whenever that is, I'll probably go there again. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that the tow was going to be $125 and a new battery was going to be $139. And I didn't have to spend either of those at all. I had to spend, I think, $3 on a new terminal. So if you're gonna have like a car crisis, that ain't even a bad one. The car's been a real blessing. It's actually like the most reliable car I've ever had in my life. I got it with only 55,000 miles, which is something that I've never been able to say before. Like it was grandma owned. The previous owner literally drove it to church and bingo and like that's it. So I'm grateful for that. And ultimately, we got some stuff done. We got 3 big things packaged for tomorrow, so I don't even have to do that in the morning. That feels good. And the person that left a bad review changed it to a 5-star review. That's actually like one of the most positive reviews I've ever gotten from anyone. That's probably an exaggeration, but it was a pretty good review. So that feels good. It actually turned out to be a pretty solid day. Got like 8 rolls of filament done, which is something you can do with 2 setups, which didn't work yesterday. So strangely, I have a lot to be grateful for. I would be grateful even if none of those things happened, but it's just a bonus. So write down, gratitude gang, gotta do your part now. This is community service right here. Write down what you're grateful for. Tell everybody else what you're working on, what you're grateful for. Encourage a little gratitude cultivation. We like to talk about our projects and just the little moments of zen, of joy that we experience in our everyday lives, and just that art of appreciating. If you can learn to just appreciate your life, that's the game, bro. Write down in the comments that goodness. Peace out. Oh man, I almost forgot. I got recognized in public. I don't know if he was watching these videos or if he's somebody that like bought something from me. He didn't say that, but he could have messaged me. I don't know. Somehow he knows me, and I've never seen that guy before in my life. I should have interviewed him. In fact, that's what occurred to me when I came back here. It's like I should have just given him a little interview, but it felt kind of weird to do that. I don't know. If I bump into one of you guys, I'd probably interview you for the channel. But anyway, have a good night. Write your comments. Peace out. Okay, kind of random, but some guy texted me asking about a truck I had for sale and like where we were gonna meet or something, and he obviously had the wrong number. But since he called me, he must be talking to someone local, so I'm like, okay, I think you got the wrong number, but I'm a pretty cool guy. I think I own the largest tech company in Nacogdoches. And then we started talking, and I'm telling you this because it's funny. I love saying I own the largest tech company in Nacogdoches. I mean, it's probably true, but I don't think there's any other tech companies in Nacogdoches. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, little nugget for the end.